to the Adventures of Syberiah. Today we are playing Space Engineers and we are exploring the Industrial Overhaul. I am super excited to be here, very excited with the new modifications to the base here. So as I promised you guys, I went ahead and made a bunch of cement or concrete blocks. I made the entire flooring section here of what I imagine is going to be the start of our production facility here. I haven't entirely figured out what is going to be here specifically, but I think that this would definitely be a good place for hydrogen production, power production, things of that nature. So let's see exactly what we figure out as far as staying here with this space. However, as of right now, we do need to expand, we need to get bigger, and getting bigger means more power. So one of the first things I want to do is take down this wind tower here. And I would like to, if I could, extend it out to maybe here or so. You know, maybe we could center it a little bit better and give it more wind turbines, and hopefully that will be able to power everything that we're going to be putting over here. And as you can see back there, these are the new blocks I intend on playing around with today. So first step first, okay? So I am not in creative at this point, and I'm going to keep it that way. So what we knew as the basic assembler is now called the Fabricator. And let's go ahead and take a look in here and see what the Fabricator is able to do. By volume, you can hold 4,000 liters on both the assembly side and the inventory side. Let's go to the production tab for it and see what it's able to do. So here I have my Fabricator number 2 here. It is now able to make alkaline power cells, electromagnets, which we could do on the bench before. However, this is queuable, and you can also attach it to your system, which means I don't have to keep bringing materials back to the assembling bench, and that makes my life a lot easier. The other thing that we are going to be introduced to here, so we already have the heating elements, light bulbs, the basic computer, and all of these here. I believe the light bulbs are not doable yet, but we do get metal grids. And this is why I want to build a Fabricator, mostly. We get metal grids, we can then build ourselves the actual assembler. However, once again, this is the Industrial Overhaul Mod, so this is what the assembler can do. Now we have automation for motors, which means I don't have to make, I think it was copper wire and large steel tubes and electromagnets to make them. So I had to, every time I needed, let's say 10 motors, I needed to queue up all of those materials to make that motor. Now it'll just be able to collect the items that we have here in the middle, so electromagnets, steel tubes, and copper wire, from our, where do we make steel tubes? I think that would be the next one. So I want to automate that system. I think I don't remember, what do we have here? We just have the benches. The benches do, yeah, they do all of these here, but we got to start somewhere. So these are the two that we're going to go with at this point. And as we increase production and such, we will be able to do other things. But here, yeah, we can queue the electromagnets here and also the computers, which will definitely be useful. One of the other things, I need more aluminum plates. And from what I understand, we need to start processing bauxite. and I did find a location. It is pretty far from here. It's behind that hill over there on that side where I can farm it. So again, the goal is to make every material, every component, um, as cubable as possible so we can get away from those assembly benches, make life a little easier. This here is something I am considering as well. It is called the stamp plate. It is very simple. It does exactly what it says. It takes iron and or titanium, iron, aluminum, and this is how we're going to make our plates. You actually get a machine just for your plates on this setup. So that is very exciting. And then over here is, this is the part that we are going to have to do a little research here. But what we have here is a ceramics furnace. From what I understand, these ceramics here, they are what we are going to need to move on to our next tier. So being able to make these means we need to find carbon. And let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to move the base around. I definitely want to start off by getting that power. And let's see how we are going to actually get this started here. So I am going to go ahead and delete this, and I will be right back. So here I am back down at the base. This is what I was able to do. Let me show you guys around. I was not able to use all of my gravel yet, but I did use a big portion of it. As you can see here, there's a lot less. But all of this flooring here is all concrete, and it looks awesome. I kind of really enjoy the way it looks, the texture. I think this is the perfect surface for building a big base like we're about to do here. So today I kind of want to move things around and make them a little bit more ready for growth. So like I said, Wind Tower, let's go ahead and start extending it out. Let's get some of those concrete blocks, and I believe the center of this should be, let's see, can we extend this out? It will level out with the ice. Ooh, I am in creative. I had to go to creative to delete the, yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, this is not how to do that. Here we go. I think if I extend this flooring here, it'll give me way more room. I don't want to cut that down just yet because it is made out of the steel plates and not the girders like these. Plus, all of that would fall if I were to cut it. So I want to see how far I can extend this here, but I think that what is happening is I'm not able to place a block right there. Yeah, this is going to be as far as it goes, as far as here, unless I actually dig up a trench just to place these, which is not really what I want to do. I kind of want to leave it nice and thin. So what I am going to do is I am going to weld this one up here right at the very end. And I'm going to try to piggyback off of it and raise it one block. One concrete block is what I meant. So maybe let's go with a slope. Like so. Then I can have the regular blocks come out as far as I need it to. These are the regular ones, yes. So I'm thinking maybe out to here. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That way, if I need to extend the base, I have all this room to make another surface here. And then the tower for the windmills would be here. I think this would be kind of interesting. I want a beefy tower. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we have it, and then we can cut the corners for the concrete down here like so. So that gives me, I want to make sure it is even. So I got 3 wide. This makes it 5. And then if I do it on this side, then I got 5 by 5. I think, if I did that correctly. Let's see. Yeah, that'll give me 5 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the curve. There we have it. And perfection. So there we have it. This will be the base of my tower. I kind of wanted to have maybe a little bit of I'm thinking maybe a headquarters, or maybe I can have my control center here that I can operate all the machinery. Maybe I can have it here, one floor, then I can bring it up like a little watchtower. Then on top of that, I have all my windmills. I think that is what I am going for. So let me go ahead and, you know, I got a bunch of materials for the concrete and I never use it, so I'm just going to run here and dump it in so I don't waste the trip. I'll finish welding it off camera. But I do want to grab some steel plates and go ahead and start building this section here. It'll be kind of cool to have a little area to have a control center and stuff. Maybe you can throw a bed in there. But eventually, this was the plan here, to raise this platform maybe up to here or so and go into the rock, and this would be the living quarters. So we have living quarters here, command control here for all this stuff, and then hopefully, I mean, if I have to dig into the wall to make more room, maybe that would be interesting. Half of it outside, the other half inside. That would be kind of cool. Process stone straight from the wall. I'm not sure how we're going to go with that just yet, but let's go ahead and grab some steel plates here. And as a matter of fact, just as a side note, let's get that fabricator and place it down, because I'm sure we're going to need parts for it over there. It has one connection point right there. Perfect. Let's just weld it right here. I need a few more copper wires, large steel plates. Copper wires, I meant. Large steel plates. Just kidding. Give me, I think I might have copper wire here. Yes, there we have it. See what I mean? Hopefully now I can just get copper wire by queuing it here with other machines. The goal is to once again get away from the benches. They just take forever to do anything. Let's paint that yellow. Right now I'm painting all the machinery stuff yellow. Kind of like this yellow. I think it goes against this black quite well, and you know, maybe we'll follow this color scheme here with the red as well. So let's see how that comes out. But for now, let's get on this tower. Give me steel plates. There we go, got a bunch of them. Okay, so as we are walking up here, I want a door. Do I have a door? If I can spell it right. There we have it. I think I would like to go with one of my lovely rotary doors. How cheap is the other one? They all require aluminum, so I'd rather go with the one that is the rotary. I don't know that I'm going to make this place 100% airtight, but who knows, maybe. So this outer rim here, I want to be able to walk there. I want to be able to place maybe a railing here or something of that sort. Let me take a look at this. See, that was cool that I threw all these materials in there. Well, to most of them. I could just weld it really quickly. Yes, right on this edge here, and then maybe the windows could go here. I can't make window blocks yet, but I can give myself the proper height that I want for the windmills, which is the main reason why we're doing this. I can finish the tower itself later. So let's go ahead and do I want another slope here? What's the dead center? The dead center is here. So let's get down to the dead center on it by sloping this way. So this should be the center right there. Awesome. So dead in the middle, we will have maybe a 3x3. You know what? I was going to make a room up here, but I don't think I will. I think I'll make it over there on that side to be able to overlook it better. I think over here is just the control and the wind tower. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So let's go ahead and bring it up. I want it a little taller than that, but we want maximum optimization. And I'm going to make like this kind of a grid look. I kind of want to make it look like it's supported as I'm doing this. So I want it to start out like this. And I want to be able to... How many windmills? I got 5. I wanted to be able to support a total of 20, but I probably will end up placing 10 for now. I think that should suffice. I just realized I'm gonna have to paint this all black or other colors later, but I'm doing it all in yellow for right now. That's okay. I'll be alright. So here we have it. Almost like a little tree design here. And then up here at this platform level is where the wind turbines will hang out. And I could extend these pretty far out, spacing them out on each side of the stem. And I'll demonstrate here just shortly. There, there, and there. Okay. So I want to do kind of like a base. Let me go get fuel.
Fuel critical.
Go ahead and refuel my bottles. I have 2 on me so I can stay up here. So yeah, if that shape went all the way around, it's kind of like a cone up, and then this as a support beam up here. Maybe put some logos here of the faction. That'd be kind of cool. I think what I'm gonna do, can I place just the skin of wheels right now? Maybe I can. What does it require? It's a steel plate. Perfect. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. One in the middle, one there. I don't even need to weld these. They're just going to look like that anyway. Now, I can place these at the top and just bring them out. Like so. It's going to be a huge tower. I understand this. But I should be able to place a bunch of wind turbines in every direction. So I want it to be sticking out 3 on each end. Yeah, I believe that would be the best for what I'm looking for. Like so. And then we could have a turbine on each end, like here. Let's say, can I place them, or do I need other stuff? I'm gonna need, oh, I can place them. Cool. There we go. So it would look something like this. What I need to find out is if they will hit each other in the center there when I do it on this side. I think not. I think this might work. How does that look? Yeah, they got plenty of space. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and build this up. And hopefully I will not be having any more power issues for quite some time. Let's see what happens here. But as of right here, I just want to go ahead and place one last tower of windmills right there. I think this is going to be extravagantly awesome, and it will definitely take care of all of our power needs. So there you have it. There we have it. I'm going to go ahead and leave this for right now. I missed one right here. Give me more power. And I think this is going to end up becoming a really cool building, just to be able to have all of this going on here. So now I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do as far as windows and such, because I don't have any glass to even place these things yet. But that's where the ceramic furnace is going to be coming in, and hopefully helping us make those things. Do I want to place an opposite door here? I don't know, but I am going to thin this out with concrete. I am out of concrete stuff. Give me concrete stuff. Okay. And I'm gonna thin this out here just so that we can then walk here later. And my door should be placed right there. Very cool. So I'll worry about making this place comfortable later, but I do want to place a bed here temporarily, and our control. We need a control seat, but for that we are going to need synthetic fiber. I'm not even sure where that comes from. They all require synthetic fiber, or can I remote control in? Advanced computers. Can't make that either. So I guess we'll start aiming for this, right? Eventually we'll figure out how to make fibers. Actually I need an aluminum. I'll place it later. It's not going to be functional anyway. So yeah, I'll give myself all of that to weld up. Let's not worry too much about that. And also, I'm obviously going to grind this little guy out and extend this platform out as far as I possibly can. I was thinking that I might move this hydrogen tank and engines. I kind of feel like it shouldn't be exposed. I kind of feel like this tank, if it was hit by a bullet or something, like it would just explode and massive damage would happen. So I think I'm just going to keep it here for now. I think I created enough work for myself to weld all of this up. And I do want to spend some time making the other components that we were talking about. So we have made here our fabricator, right? And the other two that we talked about was the assembler, which for that, by the way, in this mod there are two types of assembler. So if you're playing with a secondary mod that requires parts, we have the mod capability assembler. And then this is the one that you're looking for here, just assembler. It is going to require metal grids, so I can place this down if I'd like. However, I am not going to be able to finish it until I get some cobalt, which I am going to empty all my pockets, refuel, and I'm going to go ahead and do a quick time lapse on that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a load of that copper. I still have some iron, nickel, and silicon, and I'm sorry, not copper. I need to get cobalt for the steel plate, for the metal grids. That's what we are doing. So let me go ahead and empty out the Indy wagon. I'm not going to take that much ice. Where is the H2O2? Let's just go ahead and make sure it is filled. I like placing my bottles in there first, and then filling it up. Very cool. And then I will take all of the ice out of here and place it onto our base so that I can have extra room in here to bring back materials. See, I have a lot of ice here from when I went farming lastly. The amount in the hydrogen generator plus what's in the tank is more than enough for the Indy wagon to make this trip, and it should be cool. I want to deposit this. I don't want to carry that around. Okay, so really quickly into the GPS. There's a boulder that is cobalt. There's ore that is cobalt. And I think those are the two that I found. So one is 5 kilometers that way. The other one is 8 kilometers that way. So 5 kilometers up the mountain. That is, that might be a little disconcerting. Yeah, let's go for that one. And of course, if we can get some aluminum plates, especially in the beginning of the game part here, we most likely should take that advantage. And these unknown signals, I managed to get about 20 something every time I get lucky and they drop, which is not every drop. And also I get lucky by getting badger suits. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up here, but let's see what I got first. Give me badger suit, cow drill. What is inside? Ooh, I'll take those. A better welder. There we have it. Very cool. Fully visible? Well, it says there is cobalt here. And let's see. I guess I'll dig down. Okay. So I just noticed something. The range on the metal detectors is 100. I know they've been doing updates to the mod, and last I checked, last time and I you can probably quote me by watching my first video on this, that it was 350, I think. That might be why I can't detect that. So regardless, that is a super deep ore back there, but I'm noticing that I'm not picking up as much signals of anything like I was before. And in fact, there is less range. So maybe that's incentive for us to upgrade to an actual ore detector and find out what kind of materials we need to make that. But let's get back on the road here. Well, looky here. We found cobalt. There is a boulder right here, and I am going to grab from it as much as I possibly can. We are definitely going to need some cobalt to make some metal grids back at the base. And here we are, another successful little trip where we picked up some cobalt, a little bit more stone as well. I am going to go ahead and park up the Indy Wagon right. I think what I'm going to do is actually park it on the opposite side. That way I can back up and have my connector really close to one of the cargoes there where I can dump all this cobalt into. Just gotta be gentle climbing up here because these are not welded yet. There we go, nice and gentle. I think right about here should be good. You just dump everything into the cement kiln there. So I have managed to get my assembler going here. So now we can produce all of these other materials here, so I can actually queue up some motors. I got them going here. Some copper wires on the way. But the cool thing is we can now make our guns, and we can make bottles. That means I don't have to worry about losing my hydrogen bottles. I've had the same two since I started everything, so I am pretty excited. One of the next blocks that we want to use is the plate stamping machine. So this bad boy here is our new way, well, will be here, of making steel plates. And I think I am going to connect him right here. That way it leaves me a little corridor right here. I can go into this area and do whatever I need to do. I think this could be a thing for it right here. Let's go ahead and weld it up. I need some electromagnets, copper wire, and construction components. There's a connection point right here. I think what I will do is place a conveyor. So that goes there, and then our ceramics furnace. Ceramic furnace, and wow, this thing is huge. Okay, let's see. What is the best spot for me to place it? It has open, but I still want that conveyor. I want a large grid one, and then I want that ceramics furnace. I think I'm just going to place it sideways right there on that conveyor, just like so. So look at our footprint, just got a lot bigger. Now, at some point, I do want to reorganize these. Since we are still learning about a lot of these There are going to be situations where one benefits from being closer to the other, so that is one of the things I am actually curious about. There we have it. So now, oh, this makes life a little bit easier. So now I can literally just go into the production of this thing, queue up, let's do 400 plates, and that's all this is going to do. None of that has to worry about plates, which is one thing less that I have to worry about on the assembler side. So we're almost there. We need the healing elements and a few other things. One of the next few things I want to do as well, and I might do this off camera, is I do want to invest in one of these large cargo containers, and it's going to take aluminum. Like I said, I found bauxite all the way down there. I'm going to make a trip in the Indy Wagon and go pick that up relatively soon here. Ooh, we almost have our ceramics furnace. And that is pretty much going to be it for our episode today. I'm going to go ahead and weld up this wind tower because I have a feeling we're going to need a lot of power to get all these guys going. And on our next episode, let's see what all these awesome new components will be able to do to help us out and get things going here. I hope to build some awesome things, some really decent builds. Can't wait until we get into the whole processing of the ore, stone, and minerals. Right now we're on the basic level, just hand mining things still, just filling up the Indy Wagon and bringing it back to the base. But very soon, I have a feeling things will change. I hope to make some vehicles that will help us go around the territory here. There we go. That is complete now. I plan to make some different types of vehicles that are going to have different elements of everything here. For instance, can you imagine if we had a truck that carried everything to do with refining and processing ore? That would be pretty interesting. That way we can take that truck to the location of one of the mines, maybe have a mining ship that is connected to it, or a mining rig. This could be a massive rover. And go do some work over there, stay out there a few days and get as much resources as we can. Come back and stack up the base. We go do that in separate points of different materials. Oh, I have so many plans. This is going to be exciting. We are just getting started with this mod. So I am out here farming bauxite. Since it is a new ore, I wanted to just go ahead and show it on screen. This is what it looks like. I think they kind of use the same one as the iron. So yeah, and this is what it looks like on your inventory there. So I have encountered a problem. So what happened is I went out and I collected bauxite, aka aluminum. Came in, popped the connector right here so we can connect the Indy Wagon, make life a little easier on transferring things. And I discovered that our smelter, if we take a look at its inventory, what is, I think it was AL. Yeah, here we go. Can we transfer to the smelter? The smelter will not process it. So I believe that the next block that we are going to need is the refinery, as the old school refinery that we have in the game. And I think this is the one that actually processes it. Fingers crossed. I'm going to try to weld this up. And there we have it. and immediately it starts working, and we now have aluminum production. We can go into our plate stamp and look at this. Make me some aluminum plates. We can have as much cargo as we can have now, finally. And as a matter of fact, that's probably one of the first things I'm going to want to do. We need this place for this. What makes this place? Production. What makes this place? The assembler? No. Fabricator? No. No. Nothing makes it. Oh no. Okay. I believe that I got some more research to do before I can make one of those. So guys, I am super happy with the way the base came out on this episode. So this is obviously a little bit later. I've had time to weld everything up. I have not finished the base of the tower because that will be left for the next episode. But check this out. Our base is looking incredible. Look at this wind tower. We are generating buku energy right now. I am super stoked. And everything else is just fine and dandy. We have our production. We have a brand new refinery. Let's go ahead and park this bad boy right here. Look at this. I've installed some lighting around the area. I do not have my lights on right now, but yeah, check that out. So we got a bunch of new things here. Next episode, maybe we'll work on some cargo, like I mentioned, but we have our refinery, plate stamp, ceramic furnace, and our trusty pair of assemblers. So it pulled out a lot of blocks out of the box. And I'm super excited because now we are really going to be able to start building things, and that's the part I'm excited about this mod. I know it's got crazy things and it's difficult to build things, but what that does is that separates the gameplay to where I can't fully experience the game if I just sit here. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time to go explore out there and see if there's another place that would be of interest to us. So there's that, and of course plenty more on the next Adventures of Siberia. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate everything. Please feel free to hit that like button, and if I made you laugh at least once, please subscribe. Thanks, guys.